Hi everybody, I am David from Tarot Avenue, and today I am going to be talking about how to strengthen your current relationship using the tarot. So quite often when we're looking at tarot readings, it can be about finding love, or what you need to do to work on yourself to manifest love. But I wanted to really have a look at so as not to exclude those who are in relationships at the moment and could be happy relationships, but we're always looking at ways of improving. My philosophy about tarot is it's about living your life to its potential, its full potential, and how we can unlock those secrets so we can do that. So we start off with this spread that I've developed. It's a 6-card spread, and it starts off, the card at the top there just represents the current situation in your relationship. So it shows, really kind of uncovers how things are, if there are any problems, just gives you an overall view of what the relationship is at the moment. And then we get to the next card, and this one is really it's very much about how your partner feels about you on a deeper level. So it may even be something that they haven't expressed to you. So I mean, it can be a positive or negative. It can be something like that they're just truly, madly, deeply in love, and maybe they don't express it. Or it could be that there are maybe some niggles, again, that they perhaps haven't expressed. And that's the whole point of this spread as well, is to open up the channels of communication to help you improve those relationships. And then on the other side, the third card, that's where we'll look at you and your relationship with your partner. And sometimes this can be quite a surprise as well, because we can go through life without really questioning things. But this is an opportunity to really look within and dig deep and think, well, how do I really feel about my partner? And what are the good things? What are the bad things? What can be better? So this is your opportunity for, it's almost like, I would say, getting in touch with your subconscious, which is going to explain a bit about like how you really feel on deep down on the inside. And then we'll look at what action your partner needs to take to improve the relationship or strengthen the relationship. So this could be perhaps they need to be a better communicator, perhaps they need to work less, maybe they need to find a bit more balance in their life, those kind of things. And then the same for you. So it's like what action you need to take to make the most of this relationship. And then we just get a general kind of feeling, and I always say it's a potential outcome, because nothing's ever set in stone, but a bit of a potential outcome as to if you take that action, if you really take care of these things, then where could this potential relationship lead? So I have pulled a spread for this, so we'll just go through it now, just to give you, and it's just a hypothetical, but it will give you a bit of an example of how this spread can look in action. So first off, we get the Sun reversed. Now, a couple of things with this. The Sun is obviously a really great card. It shows like happiness, joy. This would say to me that there's potential here to have a really great relationship. But perhaps the wind's been taken out the sails a little bit. It's like maybe there's been those really happy sunny days, and maybe it's gone, or it's waning. But what I would say is, whenever I see the Sun card, I always see potential. So I would say in this that there's definitely hope to get it back. So that would be, to be honest, a perfect card coming up in this position, because it's like, okay, everything's not perfect, so what do we need to do to work on it? Let's have a look at that. And then we get how your partner feels about you, and we get the 8 of Swords in there. So this would just say that it looks to me a bit more like the partner's kind of lost their way a little bit. The partner feels a little bit trapped. Maybe they're feeling a bit subdued. Maybe they're feeling a bit trapped in the relationship. Maybe they're missing their freedom. Maybe they feel like there's a few obstacles coming up in the way, but they're just feeling a little bit kind of stuck, and that this relationship's not moving forward. So I always look at this card, and I think it's one of those cards that it makes you feel like you're stuck. But if you look, really, there is a path there. There's a way out of this. And it can be as well your own thoughts holding you back. It can be, these swords can be thoughts, and sometimes like negative thoughts. So I quite often see like self-limiting beliefs as well. So it can be self-doubt coming in and stopping that moving any further forward. And then we look at how you feel about your partner, and we get the Lovers card. So that would certainly say that you're, yes, absolutely in love, and see a relationship and see happiness and a long-term future there. But what we have to remember about the Lovers card as well, it is a card about choice as well. It's about making a choice, because love is not always the easy path to take. Love can definitely be uncomfortable, it can be painful, and it can be hugely inconvenient. An example could be, maybe you have to travel the other side of the world to be with the one that you love. So as a card that comes up, it's like, yes, there are choices to be made. So you have to make the choice about this. It's like, do you want this to be your long-term partnership? But it's a very fortuitous and happy card. So I guess it would be kind of choosing love over fear, or over career, or over choosing heart over head. So it depends where you're at in your life and what you want. But yes, there's a choice to be made, but I would say it's one that's saying that the heart is coming into it there. And then we look at what action your partner needs to take to get to the next level, or to improve things. And we get the World. So that's an interesting card, the World, because it really is a card about ending. I'm not saying it's the end of a relationship, because it's really about like a happy ending and closing that chapter. So it feels to me that your partner just needs to put behind these feelings of kind of feeling trapped, and really needs to work on how to deal with those issues about feeling trapped, and close that chapter, really. So maybe it's that they need to get some professional help about that. Maybe they just need to have open discussion about it. But there is something very free about this card as well. If you look at those two cards, they really are kind of opposites. One person's very bound and stuck, whereas this, the World card, is very free. So maybe you need to work out a way that you can, because if you look at it, your partner could have some freedom there, but it's still surrounded in a bubble, so still in that partnership. But so perhaps there's a balance can be found between freedom. So maybe it needs to go on a boys trip, or if it's a woman going a girls trip, and just to explore that kind of freedom as well. And then we'll look at what action you need to take, and we get the Page of Pentacles. So this is about like new beginnings, the Page of Pentacles. So it would say to me, there's a chance to kind of, I always look at the seed in the hand. It's like a chance to plant the seed and nurture and grow something new. Now, I don't mean a new relationship, but I mean it's a chance to have some new shoots in this relationship, bring some new life to it, bring some new joy. So you can, we'll look at that sun, and it's like the sun brings life to things. So it does feel to me like it's a relationship that's got a little bit stagnant, got a little bit stuck. So maybe people have been taken for granted, something like that. But it's time to really start investing again, investing in that growth. And then we get the potential outcome, and we get the lovely Knight of Cups. So very romantic card. So it would say to me the potential outcome is that the romance can come back into this relationship. Cups are all about, it's about a quest for happiness, and cups are about emotions and love. So there's something very hopeful about this card, and something really about moving forward as well, but with a kind of youthfulness as well. So that's where I feel in this reading, and I feel it's the partner side that's a bit more stagnant and needs a bit more work, rather than your side. But there's definitely hope, and I feel like it's the partner as well, because when I look at that Knight, he's moving towards you. I feel like it's him that's going to, or her, sorry, that's going to really have that romantic side kind of reborn within them. So I think there's definitely potential in this hypothetical relationship. So there we go. I hope that is helpful. Don't be afraid. If you have any questions, just email me, david@tarotavenue.com, or you can visit the blog to see this spread. I will put the link in the notes there as well. So that's it for now. Take care. Bye.